I never thought that could happen. Never. I grew up idolizing people, but I never knew who their security was.
Right.
See, it's different nowadays with social media.
That's
so
true.
that pretty much brings other people to light besides the celebrity.
Wait and see attitude when it comes to whatever evidence they may learn about this entire situation involving a legal and from a civil perspective.
In an unexpected twist, Floyd Mayweather's trusted circle is now under scrutiny after reports surfaced implicating one of his longtime bodyguards in a massive financial scandal. The undefeated boxing icon, famous for his wealth and luxurious image, now finds himself in the middle of a controversy involving a staggering $42 million theft. While specific details remain limited, the situation has already raised serious questions about Mayweather's inner circle. As federal investigations continue, fans and the sports world await further developments in this unfolding saga.
What would you say is more difficult, being a celebrity bodyguard or being a cop?
Oh man, those are two completely different things.
Really?
Yeah. So being a cop, you know, when you leave the job for the day, you're still kind of in the back of your mind, just like situations, right? With bodyguarding, that is, you are on him like glue all the time. So if something happens to him, guess whose problem it is? That's on you or me or whatever the case is, you know? So you're always checking, like, and especially with celebrities, everyone outside of their circle, even some people in their circle, are always looking to get a one-up or, hey, what can I do to benefit myself more than him? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Which is, most bullshit happens inside the circle, honestly.
Mayweather's elite personal protection unit, known as the Great Wall, has long been made up of some of the most imposing individuals in the business. At the forefront of this team are Alfonso Reich and Adam Plant, both of whom previously served as bodyguards for Snoop Dogg before becoming fixtures in Floyd's entourage. Reich is a towering 7 feet 1 inch tall and weighs 430 pounds, while Plant stands at 6 feet 7 inches and 380 pounds. Their primary job has always been to anticipate danger and ensure Mayweather's safety at all times.
We get this right out of the way, because folks have to wonder, like, how big you guys are. How big are you?
I'm 7'1".
7'1"?
6'7".
I am not 6'7". I'm 5'11". I'm giving myself 5'11". Okay, so everybody knows exactly how big you guys are. First things first, how'd you get into a big church?
I'm from Vegas, born and raised Las Vegas, but I got into it working security out here. So a lot of people knew me around town, working in different clubs and stuff like that. I actually teamed up with this guy through one of my partners. They used to throw parties here that had me working for him, which was a mutual friend of his. He connected us, and we took off, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Now, a lot of people know you from working with Floyd Mayweather, but you also work for a lot of different people in your time.
Among the key figures in Floyd's security squad is Adam Plant, nicknamed Big Adam, a well-known member of the entourage. Although specific records of his hiring at a private airport remain private, his reputation in the security world grew so strong that rapper Tekashi 6699 later hired him for protection, further solidifying his status in the industry.
He started being from Vegas. He had, went back to Vegas, and Floyd had picked him up. And so it was around late December. He had hit me and said, "Hey man, Floyd is getting rid of one of his dudes. If I can get you over here, would you want to work?" And it, just me wanting to change the pace at the time, I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So Floyd was coming down to playing a celebrity game with the Team Watson. And so it was like December 14th or something like that. So I asked one of the dudes to cover me, and I went over to the Van Nuys airport and met him. And so, Church had already told him about me. Big Mark, rest in peace, had told him about me. And so when I met him at the airport, he got off the plane. He looked me up and down, was like, "Big Church, you good?" He's like, the Church was like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "Big Mark, you good?" He's like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "All right, yeah, he on." Yeah. So I started with Mayweather December 28th, 2007.
Big Church and Big Adam, both former members of Mayweather's security, were not only known for guarding A-list celebrities, but also gained popularity through their appearances in films like Think Like a Man 2. Their visibility on screen mirrored their real-life roles, helping them build a unique brand and reputation within both Hollywood and the boxing world.
Once we got an opportunity to get in front of the camera, we were gonna shine. And at that particular role in Think Like a Man 2 was us doing security. So we, before we actually shot the scene, we had to choreograph that particular scene with Gary Owens and Kevin Hart and all those guys. And I mean, it was so natural for us because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to perfect that in front of a camera. And that's what we did, man. So, from that, a lot of people were just, they would hit us up like, man, we just watched the movie, man. That was you guys in that movie? It was like, yeah, man, you didn't know we could act a little bit, huh?
The name The Great Wall was coined by Mayweather himself. When surrounded by crowds, he'd often command, "Put the wall up," prompting his team to form a shield around him. Eventually, the term stuck, and the name was embraced so fully by the group that they made it official and even developed it into a recognizable brand.
That is wild. Now, I see the T-shirts, The Great Wall, The Great Wall.
Yeah,
First thing, how did you get the name?
It came from Floyd Mayweather, man.
Okay.
Whenever we were in a crowded area, we had him somewhere, he would always say, "Put that wall up, you all right?" And we were about to leave, like, "Y'all put that wall up." So kept saying it, and one day he just said the Great Wall, and we talked to each other and said, man, let's run with that, man, and let's do something with it. So what we did, Church had the idea of putting the Great Wall logo on the shirts with a friend we had.
Yeah, okay.
And so that particular friend, he was a graphic design artist, so he would make us some really cool things. And so our partner now, Stephen Reed, and our other partner, Dr. Andronica Handy, Andronica had seen the shirt and said, asked us where could he buy one. And we were like, man, this is just something that we do for us.
Mayweather has always maintained a tight bond with his bodyguards, treating them like family rather than mere employees. Greg LaRosa, one of his senior security officers, once described Floyd as one of the most loyal people I've ever met, citing moments when Mayweather even accommodated personal requests like allowing time for family visits, further reflecting the mutual respect between him and his guards.
Coach Anthony with none other than Greg LaRosa here. You see him?
How y'all doing?
TMT in the building.
Shoot, what we need to know today?
Well, we got a big weekend coming up.
Yes, sir.
Let me know what you got coming up. I mean, let me know what you got for tonight. You know what I mean?
Who's fighting again?
Canelo.
Oh, yeah.
Triple G. Oh, you don't watch those guys?
No, last I checked, I thought Floyd was about to fight Pacquiao, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's fighting.
All right, let's talk about that. You know what? That's more important to me.
Yeah.
That is more important to me.
Okay.
Floyd Pacquiao 2. Explain to me. I saw something on the internet. I saw them meet up at a club or something.
Yeah.
What's going down?
Well, I don't know. I'm not out there right now, so I still been off for a little while. But he's out there in Tokyo right now, and I guess he ran into Pacquiao, and he mentioned that he's going to come back and fight.
So Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd Mayweather is really seriously considering fighting again and against Manny Pacquiao.
Floyd, he's always going to keep you on your toes, man. Badu as well.
Floyd is never seen without his entourage of bodyguards, even during everyday outings. This was evident when he arrived at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in Hollywood, flanked by his full security team. Such moments highlight Mayweather's unwavering commitment to personal safety and the attention he commands in public.
Is that a paparazzi?
What's up, Floyd? How you doing, man? Yo, Floyd, how was dinner, man? Yo, Floyd, I was just wondering if you got Selena's blessing, bro. Excuse me. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get this going.
CMT out here.
However, Mayweather's security team hasn't been without controversy. In February 2022, a man named Eduardo Andres Torres Martinez sued Mayweather after alleging that one of the boxer's bodyguards punched him and tried to take his phone when he attempted to record Floyd at the Yard House restaurant in LA. Martinez is seeking $3.3 million, claiming emotional and physical damage from the encounter.
Floyd Mayweather, a guy who's in his entourage as Floyd is walking out of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles here in Hollywood. Floyd, someone in his entourage, gets into a scuffle, actually allegedly beat the crap out of a fan who just wanted to get a photo with Floyd. So Floyd is getting into the car. There you see him on the passenger side, and at the back of the car there's a guy in red. That guy in red is the alleged bodyguard.
There you see the scuffle.
And then he just lets that guy have it.
All right, Charles, a couple important things here. Floyd's camp is adamant that the dude in the red, despite the fact he's wearing a money team shirt and is with Floyd in a security kind of capacity, is not on the payroll as a security guard. It's part of the entourage. But we did some digging earlier in the day. He was with Floyd when they were leaving a jewelry store together, doing, again, appearing to be
This is a guy here in the tank top and the white hat.
No. You'll see. Yeah. The guy in the red. There he is, right
over there. Okay.
Born on February 24th, 1977, in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Floyd Mayweather's early life was filled with adversity. Raised in a home plagued by poverty, his mother Deborah struggled with addiction, while his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., a former pro boxer, was incarcerated during a critical point in Floyd's youth. These difficult beginnings would later fuel his relentless ambition in the sport of boxing.
What happened was, I was a black kid from the ghetto with a father who taught me a skill, and my dad hustled because his career didn't go right. So my dad took chances and hustled. He hustled. I don't think he hustled the brown, but he hustled the green and he hustled the white.
Mayweather's intelligence has occasionally come under public scrutiny, particularly after rapper 50 Cent mocked his reading ability during a feud. 50 famously challenged him to read a page from a Harry Potter book for charity, and a leaked recording of Mayweather fumbling through a radio script added more fuel to the fire.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man.
The number of female MCs is once again expanding and growing in range.
Phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
Floyd later responded by dismissing the criticism, stating that reading skills have no bearing on his achievements, declaring, "Reading doesn't define my place in boxing history." Despite the mockery, Mayweather has amassed a fortune through both his fights and business investments, including a reported $42 million spent on New York real estate.
Floyd Mayweather. I've heard people laugh at Floyd Mayweather, be like, oh, Floyd Mayweather, he can't even read and write properly. And I'm like, well, he became a billionaire, and still, so how dumb is he? If you're broke saying, oh, Floyd Mayweather can't read or write, and he became a billionaire through not just fighting, but obviously owning his own promotions company, again, it's intellect applied to the real world. Does he have the same type of intellect as Elon Musk? No. Albert Einstein that once said, if you measure all the animals' intellect by their ability to climb trees, you'll have a goldfish in a bowl who will sit and believe his whole life that he's an idiot. People like Floyd Mayweather, again, intellect applied to the real world. So how is he not smarter than some brokey sitting at home being like, Floyd Mayweather's dumb? Is he dumb? You have to be the next level of intelligent to box like he.
He's making millions of decisions every millisecond.
In a candid sit-down with Larry King, Mayweather reflected on the hardships he faced growing up and the hunger that drove him to the top. He insisted that his career was never just about making money. Rather, it was about proving something to himself and the world. He credited his rise to the discipline taught by his father and uncles, who first introduced him to the boxing ring.
What is it like? You didn't grow up rich, did you?
I had the best of both worlds.
You did?
Yes. I stayed with my mother at one particular time in New Brunswick, New Jersey. We lived 7 deep in a 1-bedroom apartment, no hot water.
You call that the best of both worlds?
You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
You have to let me finish. But also, at one particular time, I stayed with my dad as a kid, and my dad, of course, he hustled, in the inner city of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he made sure I had the finer things in life when I was young also. So I say the best of both worlds.
I understand. How does it feel though to have everything? That you can go to any store and buy anything. How's that feel like?
Well, what I come to find out, it's not always about, the money. Of course, I'm Floyd Money Mayweather, and of course, who don't like to make a lot of money or who don't like the finer things in life? But if you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have no freedom, then it's just like you being broke. So I come to find out that my freedom is more important than anything.
Widely hailed as one of the all-time greats in boxing, Mayweather's career is unmatched, retiring with a perfect 50-0 record between 1996 and 2017. His rise was driven by a mix of natural talent, intelligent strategy, and sheer work ethic. His technical brilliance in the ring set him apart from his peers.
Biz, do you think Floyd would have had problems with an opponent with the peekaboo style? You have to be a fantastic fighter with the peekaboo style. No matter what style you bring to Floyd, you would have to be a great fighter. But Floyd wasn't unbeatable. You just have to be a great fighter to beat him. Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Tommy Hearns. You have to be a great fighter to beat him. The list is really short. Who can beat Floyd Mayweather?
Mayweather's legacy includes championship belts across 5 weight divisions and an incredible 15 world titles. Known for his defensive genius, Floyd earned the nickname TBE, the best ever, and holds the best plus-minus ratio in boxing history. Beyond the ropes, he transformed the boxing business landscape by launching Mayweather Promotions, handling his own contracts, and headlining blockbuster events.
Manny Pacquiao, that's just rumors, or is that possible in the exhibition?
When Manny Pacquiao spoke about that, he shouldn't have. Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million.
Who did?
I mean, you know, I don't like to throw certain individuals under the bus, because we don't do that.
Somebody gave you $4 million for saying your name.
He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Yeah.
He said my name and I said, you know, you in the wrong. Remember, I want you guys to go check out Manny Pacquiao when he got upset a few times, when he said, oh, Floyd, you using my name, But remember, he got famous because they said, this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king.
His lavish lifestyle further fueled his legend. From a car collection worth over $100 million to an $18 million diamond-studded watch, Floyd never held back. He owns 2 private jets and multiple high-end properties, including a $25.5 million Beverly Hills estate and an $18 million mansion in Miami Beach. These symbols of success cemented his image as the wealthiest boxer in history.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been paid over $1 billion through his career. What are the craziest ways that he spent it? Let's start with the ice. Dude has almost everything diamond crusted, from his plates and silverware to the case for his gold iPhone to his $18 million watch nicknamed the Billionaire. Moving on, apparently Mayweather also loves golf, or probably just golfing around courses. Dude owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts, worth over $500,000 together. Then there's his barber, who makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, each visit costing money a clean $1,000. And it gets even crazier. Apparently, Floyd never uses the same pair of boxers twice, and he'll leave all of his kicks at hotels he stays at as gifts to staff. But the scary thing, none of this comes close to the dude's gambling habit. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Heat in Game 7 of the 2013 Finals. And thankfully, LeBron came through for him, and that's just a slice of the money life of Money Mayweather.
Despite these luxuries, financial concerns have emerged in 2025. Reports suggest the FBI has frozen $600 million in Mayweather's real estate assets amid a $42 million fraud probe. His accountant has also disclosed that Floyd lost $500 million in just 6 years due to uncontrolled spending and high-risk ventures. Although he still earns from exhibition bouts, calling them legalized bank robberies, his financial health remains under a microscope.
The late 40s now, still fighting these random people in random places for $5 million here, $10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that, you know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
So many chains, bro. Chains, that's a depreciating asset. Get yourself something that'll hold value. Go buy some real estate, brother. Buy an original. We'd love to have you in the Dow. Invest in Prime, huh? Do something smart with your money, Floyd.
What's your opinion on Mayweather's financial behavior? Do you think his extravagant lifestyle can continue without major consequences?